Do you know how to write a case statement in SQL? Well, after this practice problem, you will. Our prompt is, scouts often go to amateur baseball games to find potential players to bring up to the big leagues. They want to categorize the players to determine what skill level they're currently at. If a player has a batting average of 38 or higher, they are a great hitter. If a player has a batting average of between 27 and 37, they're average. Anything below 27 is below average. Return each player's ID, batting average, and skill level as skill_level. Scrolling down here to check out our data, we can see we have one table called players with two columns, player ID and batting average. First things first, we'll be returning all of our data from the players table. Next, we already know we want to return all of the player IDs and batting averages, so we will select player ID and batting average. Now we want to break all of the different batting averages into three different categories: great hitter, average, and below average. And all we need to do this is a case statement. I went ahead and wrote our case statement, but let me go line by line to show you what we're doing. So whenever we start a case statement in SQL, we're always going to start that with the word case, and that tells SQL exactly what we're doing. Next, we basically just use these when and then statements to break down our different categories. So our first thing that we wanted to break down was who is a great hitter, and based on the prompt, that is anybody that has a batting average with greater than 0.37. So our first line is when batting average is greater than 0.37, then great hitter, and notice that we put that between single quotation marks. And then next is our average hitter, and the criteria for that is when batting average is between 0.27, so we're putting greater than or equal to 0.27, but less than or equal to 0.37, then average. And then we could add as many categories as we want, but at this point we have already categorized anybody that is above a 0.37, anybody that is between a 0.27 and a 0.37. So all that is left is below average. So for our last line, all we have to write is else below average. And then the last thing we're doing here is end as, and this is basically just naming our column. So once we see our output, we'll have a new column called skill level, and all of these different categories that we broke the hitters down into will be in it. So let's come up here and run our code, and as we can see, we have this player 104 with a 0.45, which is above the 0.37, which indicates they're a great hitter, and we have great hitter right here. Player 105 has a 0.27, and a 0.27 to a 0.37 is average, so this looks like it's working perfectly. Let's come up here and check our answer, and yay, we got it. Practice problems like these are insanely valuable.